Neymar Jr., Brazilian's golden boy. From poverty as a child to the crazy riches of being a football icon, he's one of the biggest names in the game. Like all superstars, there are secrets that Neymar doesn't want you to know, from secret contracts to unknown stories from his past. Here are 10 things Neymar wanted to keep secret. Let's start with a crazy secret clause that Neymar has in his contract. Being Neymar must be great. You get paid a truckload of money from your club, from sponsors, and from endorsements. You are idolized by an entire nation back in your Brazil homeland and by fans of your club. But being a hero to millions is hard work. You have to uphold an image, and PSG is one of the richest clubs in the world, so they pay their stay-powered squad crazy money and expect them to project the right kind of image. And this is why Neymar has a secret clause in his contract. Neymar's contract requires him to greet fans before and after each game with courtesy. As a fan favorite who helps sell millions in merchandise, he's expected to keep his young fans happy. The contract also states that he must avoid any negative comments about the team's tactical choices. He must also avoid negative public comments about the club, those who work there, and the supporters. But moving on, did you know that Neymar almost died? On a dark and stormy night in Brazil, baby Neymar was in the car. His father was driving. As the rain beat down along a stretch of dark and slippery roads with low visibility, Neymar's car was hit by an oncoming vehicle which smashed into the driver's side. The wreck was horrible. Neymar Sr. was left with a dislocated hip bone, but worse was to follow when he realized he couldn't find his son. Neymar was missing. Believing Neymar Jr.'s car seat had been thrown from the car on impact, his father was scared as hell. When they were rescued, little Neymar was finally found. He had fallen under the car seat in front. He had a shard of glass in his forehead, but he was very lucky to survive. What else has Neymar tried to keep under his designer hat? Neymar has a reputation for being a party animal. You'd think after the disappointment of the Qatar World Cup, Neymar wouldn't be interested in partying. Yes, considering Neymar's talent and the fact he plays for the Samba Boys, his World Cup record doesn't read too badly, with 8 goals in his 3 tournaments. But he and the team have always come up short in the big games. So after Qatar 2022, it might surprise people to know that Neymar threw a secret party at his sister's for friends and teammates. Still, this didn't mean Neymar was in a great mood about the whole thing. It was around the same time rumors leaked that Neymar was considering retiring from international football. Next up, as you all know, it's all about your side hustle. Who wants to just have one job these days? If you're getting paid as much as Neymar is for playing football, then maybe you don't need a side hustle. But turns out Neymar is pretty nifty at his. Neymar loves to hit the casinos, and he loves testing out his poker face on his opponents at the table. Yes, Neymar is a poker lover, and although he's got plenty of expendable cash to gamble with, he's becoming so good that losing money is no issue at all. Neymar has been making hundreds of thousands at the poker table. If he needs another side hustle on top of that, maybe I'd recommend poker instructor. He's obviously got the gift, so much so he has a dog named Poker. So we've learned that Neymar is a party animal, he's got a secret contract clause, and that he's a poker master. But what's next in Neymar's web of secrets? Neymar is one of the biggest stars in the world of football. In recent years, the matches have taken their toll on him. The 30-year-old player suffers from injuries and is often the target of very physical defenders. So what can a player do if they've been sidelined and not training with the same regularity as when they're 100% fit? Well, Neymar, much like his PSG teammates Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe, has a love of gaming. Neymar is next level though, playing a whole load of different games, including Call of Duty. Neymar was packing in long hours in his gaming chair. He also started his own Twitch channel. Neymar probably didn't want as much attention as he has received, but he began getting millions of viewers watching his online battles. Have you, or anyone else you know, been sniped by Neymar on Call of Duty? Has Neymar ever called you a noob? It's possible if you've been hitting the consoles. How bad is Neymar's gaming addiction? He actually missed the 2018 Ballon d'Or awards because he was streaming a crazy Call of Duty session at home. Good thing Luka Modric won the award that year. Neymar actually got himself into a little bit of trouble just before the Qatar World Cup, which could have brought an end to his regular gaming access and even a stint in jail. Next up, Neymar rose to prominence playing for Santos in Brazil. Even at a young age, he seemed destined to be a superstar. He was compared to Pelé, Messi, and Maradona. Neymar knew he was a special player. He knew that his future would be at a much higher level in European football. Barcelona was interested in signing the impressive youngster who could come into a team with the likes of Lionel Messi. Neymar was about to get a move to his dream destination. The fee seemed reasonable given the reputation Neymar had already built himself for Santos and Brazil. $16 million for a player of Neymar's immense talent? Sounds like Barca got a bargain, right? Maybe not. It turned out that Santos were unaware that Barca had been negotiating a separate deal for Neymar's signature with the Neymar family that was around a further $50 million. Santos found out and had FIFA investigate the deal, feeling that they'd been shortchanged and that Neymar and his family had profited too much from the deal. Neymar denied any wrongdoing, claiming he only signed what was presented to him by his father and manager. The case was dropped just before the Qatar World Cup. Let's look at another secret in the Neymar closet and whisper this one really quietly. Neymar might be a modern-day Barcelona legend, but it could have been so different. Maybe it's even a little disappointing for some Barca fans that Neymar wasn't kept on longer to achieve even greater things at the club. In total, he played 186 games and scored 105 goals. It's impressive, and most Barcelona fans still think fondly about him. However, he might have ended up as a top player at Barca's biggest rival, Real Madrid. When Neymar was 14, he traveled to Madrid to have a trial with their academy, and he even got accepted. He was so close. Then Neymar started having second thoughts about leaving his home country, so he and his father decided against the move. Just imagine, Neymar could have been linking up with a prime Cristiano Ronaldo. If Neymar had struggled at Real, would he have gotten much help from the superstar Ronaldo? Not sure, but let's look at another secret about Neymar's time at Barca. With the designer boots and his trademark haircuts, Neymar doesn't look like a man short of confidence. His God-given ability makes him truly special, but he has had moments where he doubted his qualities. When Neymar moved to Barcelona, he struggled to adjust to that jump from a club like Santos to one of the biggest sides in the world. Suddenly, this Brazilian maestro felt all of the eyes of the footballing world upon him. But most of all, he felt the pressure to live up to his expectations from fans and his teammates. Neymar was also away from his homeland, and all this at just 21. But Neymar had advice from someone who knew exactly what he was going through: Lionel Messi. Messi wasn't that old himself, but he could see Neymar was struggling. Neymar would even break down in tears inside the dressing room, even though his public image was always being someone who was totally cool and confident. Messi gave Neymar some great advice: just play like you did at Santos. And just like that, Neymar got a boost in confidence and went back to performing on the pitch. He and Messi also struck up a good dynamic, along with Suarez creating the famous MSN. When Neymar left, that partnership was broken up for a little while until Messi followed him to PSG. Here's another secret that is sure to divide you. Buckle up, Marvel fans, you ain't gonna like this. Some things cause a divide. You're either a Stallone fan or a Schwarzenegger fan, Pepsi or Coke, Nike or Adidas. And now for another age-old debate, Marvel or DC? Are you vibing with Iron Man and Captain America and Team Marvel, or going with Batman and Superman for Team DC? Well, Neymar has his side in that battle, and Marvel fans won't be too happy to hear that the twinkle-toed striker is a DC fan. Neymar's favorite shows in particular are Gotham and The Flash. Given Neymar is a bit of a speedster, it's no surprise he seems to like The Flash. Zoom! As for Neymar's all-time favorite superhero, it's Batman. But then again, you can't like DC and not love Batman, right? As far as villains, Neymar apparently is a big fan of Joker. He even dressed up as him for a Halloween party and had this custom poster made for him. Let's look at Neymar's last secret, another surprising favorite for the dude. Neymar has won a lot in his time. He won trophies galore in Brazil with Santos. He then won pretty much every major trophy while he was at Barcelona, including 2 La Ligas and 1 Champions League trophy. It's been a similar story at PSG, where the team has dominated the domestic competitions. Although their lack of a Champions League trophy is still a cause of frustration for the fans and the owners. For Brazil, Neymar also won the Confederations Cup. All trophies are great, and there's something special about winning, but it may surprise people to learn what Neymar's favorite tournament win is. Drumroll please, it's his gold medal for Brazil from the 2012 Olympics. Football isn't always as memorable as an Olympic event. Some nations don't even take it too seriously, but Neymar was incredibly proud of winning gold. He has a tattoo to commemorate his achievement too. So we found out that Neymar has quite a few secrets, but what about his boy Messi? I know you want to know the answer to that, so click this video right here.